And I met a Pentecostal minister in Cleveland, Tennessee, named Reverend Littlefield. He has a ministry of helps. He came in a restaurant I just bought for an investment one time, asked me something about sponsored radio broadcast, and the Spirit of God spoke to me and said, I want you to talk to him. I took him over to my office and sat down and talked to him and gave him my testimony about the Lord come and visit me in the car. And I said, Reverend Littlefield, I'm from the First Baptist Church and I don't know anything about God much. And I said, I need to be trained. I said, the Lord wants me to come and follow him. Jesus wants me. And I said, I don't know what he wants with me, but he wants me. And I said, he wants me to come and follow him. He came to me in the car and stayed for an hour and a half, driving from Columbus, Ohio to Indianapolis, Indiana, on old Highway 40. And I wept and cried for over an hour and a half when the Lord came in my car. And he said he wanted me. He wanted me to come and follow him. I couldn't believe that Jesus would want me. I mean, I was an executive. I had everything you could possibly think of. I thought Jesus called preachers. I didn't know he called executives. But he said he wanted me. And I told this Pentecostal preacher, I didn't even know any Pentecostal people. I said, Jesus wants me. I said, what do you think I ought to do? He said, well, just do the things, just whatever the Lord will have you do, just obey the Lord. And I said, well, that's what I want to do is obey the Lord. And he's the first one that took me to a full gospel businessmen's meeting. So I worked with Brother Littlefield for 7 years in the ministry of helps, and I also worked with full gospel businessmen. Full gospel businessmen has been nothing except a great big fat blessing in my life. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm telling you that full gospel businessmen, me being a businessman, I was so impressed in full gospel businessmen's conventions and chapter meetings when I'd see other businessmen that's successful get up and give their testimony about Jesus and about working for God. And I said, oh God, I mean, the first testimony I ever heard at a full gospel businessmen's meeting, the only reason I went because the guy was rich. And he owned like the belt department stores around the country.